Have you ever spent hours scrolling through your phone, watching everyone's posts, seeing their smiles, their vacations, their perfect moments, only to feel lonelier than when you started? It seems impossible, right? We're more connected than ever. Yet loneliness is spreading like wildfire, especially on social media. You're not alone in feeling this way. And today, we're going to talk about why it happens, and more importantly, how you can start to feel better. In this video, we're going to dive into the hidden truth about social media, the one no one talks about. Yes, it connects us, but it can also isolate us in ways that we don't even realize. But don't worry. I'm also going to share ways you can take back control and turn this around. So if you've ever wondered why social media makes you feel so lonely, stick with me, because we're going to fix that together. Here is the thing that most people don't talk about. Social media is designed to keep us hooked. Every post, every like, every comment, it's all created to trigger our brain's reward system, giving us a tiny hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical. This makes us come back for more, but there's a downside. And it's this. These tiny bursts of validation don't give us the deep, meaningful connection we truly need. Instead, they leave us feeling empty. Think about it. Have you ever posted something, maybe a photo or a status update, and then waited for the likes to roll in, only to feel disappointed when you don't get as much attention as you hoped? That feeling, my friend, is rooted in a deep need for validation, and social media feeds that need. But instead of lifting us up, it subtly starts pulling us down. Why is that? Well, studies have shown that the more time we spend on social media, the more we get trapped in the comparison game. We look at other people's highlight reels, their vacations, their achievements, their perfect family photos, and we start to feel like we're missing out, like we're not enough. And that comparison? It's the root of loneliness. Here's a painful truth. The more you compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, the lonelier you feel. The more you scroll, the more you may feel isolated, because you're comparing your real, imperfect life to an idealized version of someone else's. You're probably thinking, I know that comparison makes me feel bad, but why does it hit me so hard? The answer is simple, yet powerful. Humans are wired for connection. We crave it. Social media taps into this need for connection, but in the worst way possible. It offers us the illusion of connection without the substance. Here's where it gets even deeper. Social media gives us access to everyone's lives, but it also keeps us disconnected from real intimacy. Studies show that people who spend more time on social media tend to feel more isolated and disconnected from others. It's like we've swapped real face-to-face interactions with digital ones. And while the digital world is amazing for staying in touch, it can't replace the feeling of being truly seen and understood in person. And this isn't just about feeling left out. It's about how social media changes the way we view ourselves. With every scroll, we see people living what looks like their best life. And suddenly, we question ours. We begin to wonder, why is their life so perfect? Why don't I have it all together like they do? And without realizing it, we start to define our worth based on a number, likes, followers, comments, which, let's be honest, is a pretty shallow way to measure self-worth. Here's where the real paradox lies. The more we use social media to stay connected, the more we end up feeling disconnected. This isn't just about how much time we spend online, it's about the kind of connection we are seeking. The connections we build online are often surface level, based on likes, shares, and comments, but they lack the depth of a real, meaningful relationship. Think of it like this. You might have 500 friends on Facebook, but how many of them truly know you? How many would notice if you disappeared for a week? Social media makes us feel like we're part of something, but in reality, it often leaves us feeling like we don't belong anywhere. We can't ignore the mental toll it takes either. The endless scroll feeds our anxiety and stress. And when we spend too much time on social media, it often leads to negative emotions, frustration, jealousy, self-doubt, because we're constantly measuring ourselves against others, even if we don't realize we're doing it. Now, let's get to the good stuff. How do we fix this? How do we break free from the comparison trap and social media loneliness? Start with mindful social media use. First things first, be mindful about how you're using social media. It's easy to fall into the trap of mindlessly scrolling, but that's when we start to feel disconnected. Try setting limits on how much time you spend on social media each day. It sounds simple, but it can have a huge impact on how you feel. Curate your feed. Next, take control of your feed. Don't just follow people because everyone else does. Curate your feed with accounts that inspire, uplift, and motivate you. Follow pages that promote positivity, growth, and authenticity. And don't be afraid to unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. Take breaks from social media. No notifications, no scrolling. Just take a step back and reconnect with the world around you. I promise, you'll be surprised at how refreshing it feels. Focus on real, in-person connections. Social media can never replace the depth of real human connection. Make time for your friends and family in real life. Have meaningful conversations. Spend time laughing together. Make memories outside of the digital world. Those moments of true connection will fill you up in ways social media never can. Practice gratitude and self-love. Finally, practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we don't have to what we do. Every time you feel the urge to compare yourself to others, take a moment to reflect on what's good in your life. What's working for you? What makes you happy? Start there. And remember to practice self-love. You are enough, just as you are. At the end of the day, social media is a tool, not a replacement for real-life connection. We don't have to let it make us feel lonely or disconnected. By being mindful of how we use it, curating our feeds, taking breaks, and focusing on real relationships, we can take control of our mental health. If you've ever felt lonely after scrolling through your feed, I want to hear from you. What steps are you taking to reclaim your mental health and balance your relationship with social media? Drop a comment below. I'd love to know what's worked for you. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are not alone. Let's make social media a tool for connection, not loneliness.